It's nothing serious with you. Oh yeah? I'll show you. Hashem said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to take him through this trouble. He's going to have to go through the trouble, but he's going to be elevated to a much higher level. Both materially and spiritually. So, I'm going to read from you from the Ma'am Lo'ez 16 blessings that Avraham Avinu received from Hashem. Because it says in the Parsha, I will bless you. But it's just a general term. What are the 16? In this blessing, the Ma'am Lo'ez writes there are 16 blessings. Why 16? He doesn't explain. But it's very interesting. First blessing is Hashem said, I'm going to make you into a great nation. Remember, that time Avraham Avinu and Sarah couldn't have children. So for Hashem to tell him you're going to have a great nation coming from you, it's an unbelievable miracle. And Avraham said to Hashem, Noach had 70 nations come from him. So what's the big thing? From that one great nation will come from me. Hashem said, your nation, one, the Jewish people, will be much bigger, no comparison to those 70 nations. Just wait and see. Your nation of Am Yisrael, that's the purpose of the whole world. How can you compare it to the 70 nations? It's not a numbers game. No way. That's one bracha. Second blessing. Avraham couldn't have children. Now Hashem is telling you, I'm going to make you into a new entity, a new being. You're not going to be the same person as before. Avraham, without a hey, cannot have children. Avraham, he's going to have children. Only Hashem could do that. Same thing. Sarai cannot have children. Sarah will have children. Third blessing. We know that traveling causes a lot of things to go wrong. Diminishes having children, and financially traveling. I don't mean traveling to go on vacation. Traveling when you're when you're forced to go on the road, when you're forced to leave your home. You're not settled, no. Yeah. You're not grounded. You don't have your base. And you lose your dignity, you lose your prestige. Hashem told Avraham, no, you will have children, you'll have prestige, and you'll have money. You'll have success. Don't worry. Even though I'm forcing you to leave your home. He lived in Chara. Another thing, a fourth blessing that we mentioned before at length, we're not going to repeat it now, that Avraham Avinu minted a coin. So with this coin, people started to use this coin for business. So many people and many other communities and countries started to hear about the greatness of Avraham Avinu. They used the money for commerce. Yaakov also. Here it says he made a coin. Thank you. The fifth bracha, so he became popular by the Goyim also. That they realized his greatness and they came to ask him for advice. The fifth bracha, that in the Shmon Esrei, we learned before, we say, Baruch Atah Hashem, Magen Avram.
Here. Why
How did Avraham Avinu reach that level that every single Jew for thousands of years is saying, Baruch Atah Hashem, Magen Avram, minimum 3 times a day? Mesiras Nefesh. He went into the fire for Hashem. Unbelievable. The sixth bracha that Hashem said, from now on, you're going to be called Avraham, which equals 248. You're going to be a boss. You're going to control all your 248 limbs. You've got the Milah. He was in control. Every part of his body was permeated with kedusha. The seventh bracha, seventh blessing, that Hashem gave him the Hey to his name. And the Hey is one of Hashem's names. The letters of Hashem's name. That was a big honor, a great holy gift that Hashem shared his letter from his name with Avraham Avinu. He used to be Avram, now he's called Avraham. The ninth bracha, it's a lengthy discussion here. We know that Avraham Avinu had a big bracha that people who were ill, who were sick, he used to heal them. He just looked at them and he prayed for them and they would heal, they would recover. And it says that Avraham Avinu had a rock, a stone here, hanging on his neck. People looked at it and they were healed. When Avraham Avinu passed away, Hashem took it away and brought the stone up to the sun. So that's why people who, even if that night they're not feeling well, many times in the morning they feel much better. The sun has that healing power. But of course that comes from Hashem. The 10th bracha. So again, through doing that, through Avraham healing people, he became very popular, became very influential on the people. This 10th bracha, Hashem said, till now, I used to control the blessings. Who to bless? The power of blessing. From now on, I'm giving it over to you in a certain level. You could give brachas to people. The 11th bracha that Hashem said that Avraham Avinu is going to have great hatzlacha with children and property and old age and everything. But from that time on, if you want to bless your family members or your friends, you say, Yehi Ratzon and Hashem should help, you should be like Avraham Avinu. So, brings out like Bavarchem Avarchecha. He's the paradigm of brachas. The 12th bracha, that when it rains, and the rain, we need rain tonight in Eretz Yisrael, they start asking for rain. Zayin Cheshvan, it comes in the schus of Avraham Avinu. And all the blessings that the whole world receives, it's in order for the Jewish people to benefit from it. And it all goes back to Avraham Avinu, the schus of Avraham Avinu. The 13th bracha, that Hashem promised Avraham Avinu Eretz Yisrael. That Eretz Yisrael belongs to us. And tomorrow's elections in Israel, and one of the main conflicts there is about the land. It's not just who controls the land, it's the whole ideology. The Arabs, they don't feel that we have rights to the land. They want to be in control. They want to get rid of us. Like the Rabbi said, that we shouldn't claim Eretz Yisrael belongs to us because in 1948 the UN voted for us. That's a shvacha, that's a weak claim. What was before 1948? Shvach. Huh? Go back to the Chumash, the Rebbe says. Bring the Chumash to Washington. Don't be ashamed. And we're a kippah, we're a yarmulke. And say, I'm here to say the words of Hashem. That Hashem promised the Torah, in the Torah, that Eretz Yisrael belongs to Avraham Avinu and Avraham Avinu's children. They also say that Avraham Avinu's children. Okay. How?
Yishmael.
Yishmael. Okay. What happened to Yishmael? Where is he? Was he around? Where? Did they have a history that they lived in Israel? They had a government in Israel? They had a Beis HaMikdash? Nothing. I don't know where he was. He was somewhere in the desert. He was smoking. Who knows what he was doing? I don't know. He was playing games. We conquered the land. We sweated for the land. We had a Beis HaMikdash. People lived there. Then they came back after the Holocaust with nothing. They barely managed to survive. And to give us a little place. We want to have a place to live. Our homeland. Our roots. What are we asking for? We don't want to go to the gas chambers. We want to have a place to live. That's all. No! We want to throw you into the ocean. You don't throw me in the ocean. That's what you want? Well, if you want to go that way, we have to fight back. Baruch Hashem, that the Jews don't let go. They're very tough in Israel. What? They go around with machine guns. They go and they, in the worst neighborhoods, they take these terrorists out of the bedrooms, out of where they're hiding. They take them out, blindfolded, by force. They don't want to come. They fight till the last ounce of blood. No other way. Very courageous for these soldiers and these police people. They put their life in danger. Mamish. Unbelievable. For who? For everyone else to live comfortably. Very dangerous situation. To go into the worst neighborhoods. The bullets are flying from all over. And they go and they do the job. The Rebbe says we have to respect, we have to give honor to these soldiers, to these police force. They put their life on the line, mamash, for Am Yisrael. Okay, so all of this comes in the schus of Avraham Avinu. The 14th blessing that Hashem told Avraham that he's going to be from the three fathers, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. So that's a big honor that we are all his children. All the Jewish people are his children. And the Gedim are also go directly to Avraham Avinu, like the Rambam writes. So it's an unbelievable blessing and an honor that Hashem says, you will be the father for millions and hundreds and millions of people for the future. It's one of the greatest blessings that you know that not just going to be a father figure, you're going to influence them, and lahavdil, even goyim go with the strength of Avraham Avinu. Abraham, first person to make such an impact on the world. How? With kindness and amunah. This 15th blessing, Avraham Avinu is called Oyavay Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem loves him. It's a big thing that Hashem says, this is my man who loves me and I love him. And the 16th blessing, he was called Chaver Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That in a certain way, he became like a partner. Hashem said, you're like my partner in creation. Because the creation was not complete until Avraham Avinu came along. It says in the Medrash. Until Avraham Avinu, the world was in darkness. Avraham Avinu brought light to the world. People walking around believing in Narishkeit and nonsense. Pagans. The stars, the moon, the sun. By the way, this we have to try to do Kiddush Levana. Let's not wait till Matzah Shabbos because last time it was very difficult. You want to say a Hashkavah for your mother?